Hey everyone, what's up? It's Random Name 951, bringing you another review video. And as I was trying to record my little unboxing video, unfortunately the iPod I was using, the battery died, so I couldn't show you the unboxing. But I do have the item still here, and I am still going to do the review for it. So I was mentioning in the video before the battery died. Please do leave some feedback about the quality of the video. I would like to know if the quality looks any better on using this camera than using my phone, because my phone seems to have pretty good quality in at least taking pictures, but in video aspect it's not really good because I'm not able to focus like that while taking videos, and it doesn't seem to react well when I don't have good lighting. And right now I don't have very good lighting, but the video quality seems pretty decent around here, so please do leave some feedback on that about video quality, whether it's better on the iPod, which is what I'm recording with right now, and also I was recording with the ground type gun, the Battle Scarred, and I believe I also did the recording with these guys with the Legos. Believe so. I take that back. For sure ground type in this one, but just leave some feedback, let me know. Alright, so get the light out so everything looks clearer and better. So this is a video for you kinda Nintendo gaming collectors. I've had my Nintendo 64 for quite a while, and out of all my systems, that's actually one of the only ones that has been kept intact for the longest, and pretty surprised, and I'm pretty thankful that it's been intact that long, because I've had my NES since I was a kid, and kind of messed up on that when I traded more than 70 games to GameStop for like less than $1 a piece, and let me just tell you, that was pretty brutal. And looking back at it now, it wasn't GameStop, it was Game Crazy, but either way, it was pretty brutal looking back then. I'm trading NES cartridge for less than $1 when, just to get a Game Boy Advance, and this is just like, it's like, where's the reasoning in that? But that was me as a kid. I regret that. Fortunately, I wish I could have kept all those games. I do have my NES still with very limited number of games, but nonetheless, it has some pretty good games left, and not too sad about it. Alright then, speaking about those old school consoles, I have a very neat accessory that was only released in Japan. Excuse me. So let me just take it out of its little packaging, I guess you could say. And this here, you may have seen it, you may have not, is what we know as a Nintendo 64 HoriPadMini. Now, Hori, I'm gonna go off what I know, but Hori, pretty sure they're exclusively based in Japan. They have done many accessories, including controllers, extra, miscellaneous accessories for other consoles such as the PlayStation 1. I seen some GameCube Hori controllers, which look pretty awesome. Of course, they've done it for Nintendo 64, as you can see here, and they've done a lot of they're pretty much like the third third party brand over there. They kind of work closely with this system companies, I could say. They're actually able to get the logo that Nintendo has on the controller, and you usually don't see, any logos on controllers, relating with the manufacturers, I guess you could say. But Hori's had a lot of awesome things that they've released, which are really awesome, and this does not, this goes on the list as well. Like I said, this is called the Nintendo 64 HoriPadMini. You don't see these much. Well, you hardly see these much in over here in the States. They're pretty rare. Like I said, they're only released in Japan that I know of. What I've heard and what I know from what I've learned. Um, they might have been released overseas somewhere, but in abundance, they're usually coming from Japan. Um, they could have been. I seen some on sale, and people from the UK list these once in a while, but it's not very often. And luckily, this one was actually listed in the US, coming from, I want to say, Arizona. So it came within like 2 days and all that. Pretty good timing, actually. And the thing that makes these controllers so unique is their size and their and their thumbstick. I'll show you a controller real quick, Nintendo 64 one, how they look, and compare them. Oh shit! To a HoriPad. Just give me a second. Sorry about that. Hit my head on my little dresser. And just untangling the controller to show you what it looks like. So here we have a original Nintendo 64 controller. Here we have the modified HoriPadMini. Now you can see, biggest difference already is that it looks like a regular controller. To be honest, it almost looks similar to a GameCube controller, just a lot smaller. They are pretty small, but they're actually pretty comfortable to hold in the hand. They're not as awkward as how the Nintendo 64 original controllers were made, where you had to, hold this, and it was just like, it just didn't seem right having 3 handles. It was cool design, but it just for the time it seemed a little odd, but a lot of people adapted to it, and they grown to like it. It's what made the Nintendo 64 such a unique console in some of its ways, and the Nintendo 64 released some of the best consoles, or some of the best games that Nintendo ever made. And a lot of people could argue with that, or they won't. But there was a lot of great games on the 64, and luckily with the HoriPadMini, that allows you to enjoy those games and play them to even beyond their potential that they have. And the HoriPadMini allows you to do that with the ease of its nice, friendly thumbstick. Now, this thumbstick isn't the same as a GameCube joystick. GameCube joystick is about half the size this thing is. Now, just for comparison, my thumb is pretty damn big. This thing is maybe bigger than my thumb, and you can see on the controller it doesn't look too big, but if you compare it to the joystick on there, there's a big size difference. I never knew how big this thumbstick was until I actually put one of these in my hand, and I feel like the thumbstick's just bigger than the whole controller. I mean, it's so big. That's what she said. But I mean, with the thumbstick, it allows you to have more. It allows you to be more comfortable in playing games. You don't get as much of a. Not a stress, but I feel like over time when you're playing the N64 original controller, you get cramped up, with the way how it's set up. You have your hand like this, your fingers like this, and it's just like, it's just not a comfortable setup for a long time playing. And with the HoriPadMini, you get that. And what really makes them pretty cool is, having this GameCube style thumbstick before, the GameCube even came out. And I just love the colors that they come in. They come in so many different colors. The colors are basically similar as the Thumbstick. You got watermelon. This is like a skeleton red, because you got, the nice red in the front and the skeleton white in the back, like a milky white. You have the original. They don't have the original gray color. They do have black, green, red. These are solid colors. Black, green, red. You have solid blue. You have gold, which is solid. And then you have Thumbstick. So you got see-through red, see-through blue, see-through all white, and they did not release a see-through all white for the regular N64. There's also the see-through purple or transparent purple, just like the atomic purple. And I believe there's one more. I don't think there is. Well, I know that they did release jungle green, which is like a see-through green, but they didn't release it for this that I know of. But they came in a lot of awesome colors, and out of all the colors, I gotta say this is probably my favorite. I always like the watermelon red. You know, they just I like the red. It just looks cool. In different lights, it does look pinkish. I noticed this one seems to have a very pink, like a magenta kind of color going on. You can see like the pinkish in it. In the controller, you see more red. You know, you take more dark. You put some less lighting on it. It looks like red. You put more lighting. It looks like it's going to be like a pink. It's in the middle though, you know. But you know, these controllers are actually very awesome. You know, just by looking at them. They're very comfortable to play with. The only the only biggest downside, which everybody will probably say, which is the biggest downside about them, is the price for the rarity. These things, they could go anywhere from 40 and up. The highest I seen one go for is $500, and that was for a hardcore collector. It was a snow white, basically all white from the back to the front, and it was complete in the box which is considered unheard of, because the white one is just so hard to find to begin with, and then to find it complete in the box is like, it's unheard of. So that one sold. I'm not sure if it sold for 500, but I know it sold. I never saw it again. Once it went up, the week it went up. But depending on color and depending on functionality, whether it's working, you know, what condition it is in, will depend on its price mostly. But if you're looking for one of these, I got mine in a bid. The price so and so, I think I paid like $55 for it. 55 plus $6 shipping. So I got cheaper than the most recent one I purchased. I have two of these. I have another one this color, and I have a transparent purple. The one I got like this came from Japan, and pretty awesome. I was happy to get it. But actually I have the box right here. I think this is the box my original one came in. It came from EMS Japan, bro. But yeah, that's probably the biggest downside to these controllers is the price. Like I said, they could range. I've seen these ranging from this color ranging from 65 all the way up to 89, depending on how many are listed on eBay and what they've been recently selling for. The blue ones sell for a little bit less. It seems like from time to time they sell from like 60 to 75. I don't really see them going up to 80 that much. Now the white ones, you're going to see they're going to be a lot more expensive, since I said they're a lot more rare, and they're a lot more harder to find in good condition. But you'll see the white ones going anywhere from you know, C, which is functionality is good, but appearances is not the best. Condition is like about 75 to 80, and when you're looking at immaculate or really great condition, you're looking at 80 to up to $90 easy, or 85 up to $90 easy. Any of the solid colors, such as, you know, red, blue, green. Oh, I actually have yellow too, yellow. So red, blue, green, yellow. You're looking at from like 60 to 75. 75 I've seen the highest for them. The transparent purple or atomic purple, I've seen those go for 75 to 85. I never really seen them go for 90. But those are, you don't see those very often either. And the gold one could get expensive. It ranges on how well it is, because the gold paint seems to chip off easy sometimes. So I've seen those for 70 up to 85, sometimes 89, depending on seller. I've I have seen some brand new in box. I've seen a blue transparent like this with blue on top, white on the bottom. Brand new going for 120, and I mean those sell like hotcakes. As soon as they go up within the week, at least more than half of them are gone, if not all of them. Um, Depending on seller and how the seller feels about the controller, I seen new ones go from up to 120 all the way up to 500, like I said, or not 500, but like around 2 something for brand new ones. But there's just some colors which are so rare, like the white ones. To find them brand new, they're going to be going for ridiculous prices. But to find brand new ones, it's going to cost you in the hundreds easy. I'm telling you that now. If you find them complete in box, you're going to see them going for 90 and up dollars. That's basically the biggest downside to these controllers, is that their price. They're pretty they're not very affordable. Basically, you could buy a whole system plus a couple games for the price of one of these guys that you would spend on. But if you're a collector, like me, and you could appreciate Nintendo and like all the accessories that they came with, it's definitely something worth picking up, at least one. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. If you just want one because you want one, I would say look for a solid color, a solid color. Or if you want the one that you like, because I like this see-through red watermelon kind of color. I got this one. Yeah, usually they're in pretty good condition. They're not used very much because people collect them, and they're almost more like showcase items. But when I do play my 64, I try to get it out once in a while, just play with it, because I did buy it because I want to play with it, not just to keep it in a box and say, hey, I have this, it's cool to look at. Well, that's not the point of just having these systems. There's more to it than just collecting them. You gotta actually enjoy them and put them to use, because if you don't, it's going to rest in the back of the closet like a relic, almost like my NES is right now. But that's another discussion for another video. But I just wanted to show you, these little HoriPadMinis. Since I don't have too much stuff on my little stuff I actually do store my stuff in, my little box, I'll give you a look at my other HoriPadMinis. I was looking to get 4 of the watermelon ones because I want to get a Japanese watermelon or skeleton red system, and then swap the internals with a US compatible version. Is basically have the coat or the shell so it matches. I'm kind of crazy like that. Alright guys, I'm gonna cut this video short. You guys, I already gave you what's going on. This is a long ass video, but I hope you liked it. Please stay tuned. I will be shortly doing a kind of review overview of what I've got in my little Nintendo 64 stash for you guys. So please stay tuned for that video. That won't take too long. Actually, it will. But yeah. So alright guys, thanks for watching, and subscribe.